All right, so can we get another round of firings of absolute psycho leftist rainbow flatulating quote unquote educators? Do you might remember this this absolute absolute psycho? If you haven't, I'll just refresh you with this video clip.
Story time. This has been my first year in preschool with a class of my own, teaching alongside another queer neurodivergent educator, and we have been rocking our Q's class. We've been talking about gender and skin color and consent and empathy and our bodies and autonomy. It's been fabulous.
Kids can't legally consent. What the fuck? This does not look like a person within their mental faculties enough that they can understand this. This looks like someone who's absolutely drug-addled and traumatized and fucked in the head, yet they're in charge of teaching little kids. What the fuck?
But our teaching team is shifting, and a new person is being onboarded, someone with many years of experience.
Grody.
So today at the lunch table, when the topic of gender and genitals came up, one of the students plainly looked up and said, "Well, I'm a girl today, but I know that teacher Co isn't. No, they're NB." And the look on the incoming
Hold on a second.
Face
And the look on this psycho's face who wants to gnaw off your child's foreskin and sacrifice it to Moloch or Oprah Winfrey's lotion care product company. It's nightmare fuel is what it is. No, my God. It's like, if you think that this person should be anything other than fired and arrested, get the fuck away from me. Like, dude.
On the incoming teacher's face was priceless. She was shocked in a good way. And she just looked around at the two of us and said, "This class is incredible, and I am so impressed."
Squee. Oh my God. So yeah, if you just need a refresher on that. But yeah, of course it's in San Francisco, okay? Works at a school that is just as batshit crazy as she is, Valkyrie Jackson Smith. Yeah, don't flood their office with phone calls about them hiring people like this. Yeah, absolutely do not do that. Because that would be against their LGBTQ P to be added within like 5 to 10 years. Safe zone. And you know what that P stands for. Just drop a line to old Allen Ginsberg, of the progenitor of the LGBT movement, open member of NAMBLA. Look him up. Union for Reform Judaism. We welcome interfaith communities. So basically they're trying to get into your Christian institution. They're trying to push this stuff. Let's see. I think this is like the campaign that they did a couple weeks ago to like phone zap the school to try to get this person fired. Update, I had someone call him before he even finished his sentence. The woman who answered said, quote, "She doesn't work here anymore and she never taught that curriculum." Lies. She was unaware of when this teacher stopped working there. I take it that they got many calls today. See, I think they actually ended up firing this thing from Valkyrie Jacobson Smith. It's not that it's a school, it's a reform school that explains it. No, the fact that it's an Oive school explains it just fine, dude. The fact that it's a fucking foreskin gnawing school explains it just fine, buddy. Explains it just fine there, buddy. This lady's been fired, Koei Creation, about dang time. Okay, weird. Do not teach any 2 to 16-year-olds about kink. That's the job for the parents. No, I don't, dude. Like, honestly, knowing about kink is not like a valuable life skill. Like, you'd have to be some kind of like privileged trustafarian from a coastal elitist town to think some crazy shit like that. That to be properly equipped to go out into the real world, you need to know about like pee drinking and like tie-ups and whips and chains and rainbow suction dildos and like toe sucking. Like, you don't need to know about that. That's like a private thing, obviously, okay? Like, we don't need to be teaching toddlers about that, and everybody who thinks that they should, I've already told you what should happen to them, and if you disagree with that, get away from me, okay? So yeah, she says, legal peeps, what kind of waiver/release would I need to create safe space to talk to youth about hashtag kink away from their parents? Hashtag sexed. Okay, so obvious pedo, obviously someone who's been groomed from an early age to, I mean, this person thinks that involving little kids with like weird sex acts is a normal thing. Okay, so that's just not a safe person to be around in general, and not safe for like little kids to be around. You want to talk safe spaces? No. That was a stupid meme from a really long time ago. Like, oh, safe space triggered snowflake. No, they were lying. They want power and prestige and money and resources. That's what it is. That's why they're demoralizing your kids. That's why they're going after your kids. That's why they're hoodwinking you by trying to convince you that you're a bad person for thinking that this is evil. When every instinct in your mind and body tells you that this is absolute fucking just psychotic, subversive, small hat, foreskin gnawing, hook-nosed evil, they tell you that you're a bad person. They call you a fascist. They call you a Nazi. But, I mean, it's like, either A, you're lying, and I'm not any of those things, or B, I am all those things, and being all of those things is awesome. You have to pick one or the other at this point, because these people are coming after your kids, okay? Not just with the mask mandates and the vax and the jab and all that stuff, but they're trying to teach little 2-year-olds about kink at the lunch table and like wieners and stuff. Why? It's just irrelevant. I mean, that's just an understatement. It's irrelevant, and it's clearly like sexual grooming. So this person has to say on, quote, their Instagram that they are still allowed to have. Notice, like, people like this remain mostly uncanceled from social media. However, working at preschool has provided me with a ton of formal early childhood education, which is in direct benefit to the families I work with, and opening up appropriate intergenerational dialogue around relational identities such as polyamory, sexuality, kink, identity, wow, I'm dizzy. Sex positivity and kink. It's like, no, you're just buds with Buffalo Bill, and you want to, like... But then we come to this, and this is really revelatory. I think this is like the blog of this person. Not a lot of people that I know of like looked at this, as far as I know. Koi's story. Okay, buckle up for this one, ladies and gents, and non-binary creatures of the night. Koi Creation is truly a sex educator for the 21st century. Having grown up as a child of a sex-positive polyamorous family. Okay, that's their first clue that she was having inappropriate encounters as a child. Koi uses uses her unique knowledge as a second-generation queer spawn. She was effed as a kid, dude. She was fucking effed as a kid, and this fucking makes me so fucking angry. Like, I don't want to... You know, I want her in jail, right? I want her in jail, and I want her obviously fired from any job that she ever has. But more so, I want the people that abuse her to be, you know, put on trial and then, if found guilty, executed. Queer Spawn to provide prospective parents and families a framework for successful cross-generational communication about their identities and relationships. Now freshly 30... Koi literally has a lifetime of hands-on, I bet, training in non-violent communication. No, everything about you is violent, and it's by force. It's Antifa going and beating people up for opposing this. It's BLM burning cities because they're angry. Because the banksters that finance all this child rape shit are getting angry that people are waking up, and they're trying to fucking keep people docile and afraid and stuck in their homes. That's what Pfizer and Moderna, all this mask shit, it's all fucking interconnected, and it's all small hat, hook-nosed bullshit. Okay? Intentional relationship building and sex-positive parenting from the child's perspective. What? Intentional relationship building and sex-positive parenting from the child's perspective. That sentence should never even exist, let alone out of, like, a preschool educator. Like, that is not a sentence that should even exist. Okay? We've let it go on. We let it go too fucking far, man. We allowed this radical bullshit to fester without creating a real reactionary response to it. The boomers, they failed. They dropped us off at school with these fucking people. They put us on Ritalin. They propped us in front of the fucking TV to be brainwashed by Small Hat Nickelodeon and MTV, okay? They didn't care. They went off and they pursued capitalist materialism while psychos like this subverted the country. Like, that's where we're at, dude. That's why the country looks the way it does right now. Koei's interest in relationship dynamics and Koei's award-winning involvement in the sex education, LGBTQ activism, public health advocacy, and work within polyamorous and kink communities has only grown throughout her life. Koei's always been that's just psychotic, dude. Like, this paragraph, okay? There's sentences that shouldn't exist, words that shouldn't exist together. Like, this whole thing is just an open brazen admission that she's grooming children. Okay, like, what the hell? What the hell, man? Koei's always been a performer from early beginnings as her family's resident ham for the camera. Okay, so they were... Oh my god, dude. Like, okay, can we get a family check on her? Like, let's investigate her family and see if they weren't sex trafficking her, filming her, you know, inappropriately. Like, I'm serious. I'm not trolling. I'm not trying to be edgy here, okay? Like, I actually believe this person was abused repeatedly. Like, that I do. Like, I'm thunderstruck right now. Gradually, wow. Let me catch my fucking breath here. Family's resident ham for the camera to eventually working as a professional actor, model, and dancer throughout her young adulthood. Koei was also deeply influenced by the positive role modeling she received as a youth, attending summer camps for alternative families. In her current work with families, Koei brings the dedicated, passion, and vulnerable strength of performance to support her struggling clients, filling much-needed roles like personal gender cheerleader, sex-positive camp counselor, and polyamorous auntie you never had. What? What the fuck, dude? I'm not... Okay, it's like... I know that my repulsion and my revulsion in the face of this is not because I'm a fucking square, okay? It's not because I'm white and butthurt. It's not because I came up in a quasi-conservative household. It's not because I have a, you know, semi-Christian background, although I'm sure that it plays a tiny part in it for me to be able to know that this is psycho, but this is just plain fucking psycho. Like, there's no denying it. Currently residing in San Francisco, Koei finds time to run away to the forest in between balancing clients, partners, and of course, her thriving polyamorous family. So is she basically like a prostitute? Okay, this part is fucking weird. Places spoken, sex-positive venues, poly, Southwest Love, Polycon. It's like all kinds of just like meet up and like do creepy fucking drug-addled... You want to talk consent, it's like, I guarantee you none of these people are within their mental capacity to consent to anything, right? Body storytelling, polycamp. Wow, this is going on in the mid to late 2000s even. Wowzers. Seattle Erotic Art Festival, Western Erotic Hypnosis. Okay, so, like, what? Tell me that consent wasn't violated there. Hypnosis, dude? Like, this is just like, no, we're not like indoctrinating you and hoodwinking and gaslighting you into a cult and abusing you. No, this is just kink. This is BDSM. No. This is kink. Yeah, and consent is totally involved. Bullshit, dude. Kink.com. Okay, so it's like porno, like drugs. You can tell just by her look. This is fucking crazy. So why isn't her website and her, like, donation links, why isn't her crap being demonetized and... You know what I mean? Like, why isn't she... I was kicked off of PayPal for my... when WISN did a hit piece on me. Why isn't she removed from her PayPal for, like, openly indoctrinating and grooming kids? Why? Okay, like... We know why. Small hats and hook noses and foreskin nars. But anyway. We got this other fucking chick. Okay, I was gonna... Actually, hold up. Let me find the video. What is this? Got a bunch of videos here. Her Pride Month curriculum for 3rd grade. What is the name of this chick again? What's her name again? Wait, oh yeah, there's a whole thread here. LGBTA books. Hold on.
My sexuality, I choke up and joke that the answer's not easy. Like I'm watching a Disney movie and the couple gets it on. But who should I look at? Is it Shang or Mulan? I like boys and girls, but I still don't know why I couldn't get either one. If I really tried switching my preference like an on and off switch. If I had a dime for every crush I've had, I'd be rich.
That is so fucking nauseating. Musically, visually, literarily. Oh, God. What? Okay, so you got, like, the problem everything, like the problem look, the problem boots. Okay, you see those boots there? Boot wearing ass? Nibba? Okay, like, that's an indicator that she's, like, alternative. Well, her whole look, obviously, and, like, this stuff, you know, black power, queer, whatever. Kid diddling, NAMBLA. I mean, NAMBLA, you know, P is going to be added to that. Pedo. Well, they'll find another way. They'll find another terminology to add to it to mask what it is that they're doing. But again, I reiterate, look up a figure like Allen Ginsberg, okay? Progenitor of the LGBT movement, open member of NAMBLA. Just small hat, of course. Oh, God. Social justice shirt. That's so cringe, dude. I mean, twerking nurses was bad enough. Oh, we're surviving a pandemic. No, they're just demoralizing everybody and hoodwinking and gaslighting and just attacking the centers. They're putting masks on kids for no reason, suffocating them and depersonalizing them, screwing up their social skills. And then in between it all, I mean, they're using the kids' weakened resolve as a result of all the mask crap to push this horrible, like, lefty progressive crap on them.
To continue to let's discuss something, because it needs to continue to be talked about. You don't think white supremacy and white privilege exists? Check yourself. That's all.
Oh, okay, so she's threatening you. Got it. Check yourself. What generally comes after check yourself before you wreck yourself? It's really ghetto and, you know, like, very BLM and very NAACP, very AAVE, you know what I mean? Very MLK. Yeah, you hear that, boomers? MLK is not rolling over in his grave. He's applauding, you dumb fucks. Lauren Crow, that's her name. Teacher at Glen Ellen School District 41. Call them like crazy if you haven't already. Phone zap them, okay? Get this BA canceled as soon as you can. Creating inclusive children's classes for the LGBT. Love is love. I mean, no, it's a meaningless platitude. I mean, that's going to be used to apply to kid diddling because we could see it coming because it's so obvious.
It's Pride Month. That is a month that we celebrate all of the incredible people who are members of the LGBTQIA+ community. You might say, that's a lot of letters. What do all those mean? We're going to spend time this month learning about the history of the LGBTQ+ community.
Right, the history of the LGBTQ+ community. Dahmer and Allen Ginsberg and NAMBLA. I mean, that's really, I mean, AIDS, HIV. And no, it's not fucking because Nancy Reagan or Ronald Reagan said, like, oh yeah, you engage in alternative lifestyles. No shit, you're going to get AIDS. No, it's because they engage in alternative lifestyles and they share needles. And don't you worry, you're going to have psychos like this bringing your toddlers around these HIV-infested, child-molesting Dahmer and Buffalo Bill acolytes. Oh, wow, how wonderful.
We're going to learn about amazing individuals who have made this community better and who have stood up for our rights. We're going to learn about what you can do as an ally to help support those members as well. Pride is a celebration. It is a long time for us to remember all of the incredible people who...
Okay, so I've gone on this rant like a whole number of times. I'm not sure if I've done it on video, but it's like various friends who will put up with my bullshit. Holy shit, dude. It's like, we know that people, not only just like people who are gay, but in general, people who are like trans or lesbian or like Zoe Creation we were talking about earlier, or sorry, Coe, whatever, Creation, people that are involved in kink and polyamory and all that stuff, it's obvious that they were victims of abuse, right? Like, you're gay and trans because you were probably abused as a kid or a young adult, okay? So it's like, why would you celebrate such a thing? Why would you celebrate that? Why would you bring kids around it to further this cycle of abuse and grooming? Like, this is so self-evidently what that is. Why would you, you know, like, throw a parade over trauma and abuse and degeneracy? Well, these are all rhetorical questions. It's because Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan Chase and Gruber Law Offices finances all of it. Small hat, hook nose, penis mutilating psychos. That's why. I mean, I'm throwing my hands up into the heavens. Like, why? Why is society like this? I mean, it's a rhetorical question. It's like, I already fucking know. It's because we've been subverted by hostile foreign out groups of a desert sand tribal persuasion, and the boomers failed us.
Who have made an impact on the world, who are members of the LGBTQIA+ community. However, it's also a time that we need to be aware and know throughout history, not everyone has been kind, and there's been a lot of discrimination and homophobia towards members of the LGBTQ community.
Yeah, homophobia, I love that word. As if it's not rational to be weirded out by someone who leads with their kink or leads with their weird, like, gender identity, or leads with, like, their sexual proclivity, their gender identity, or their, like, sexual, you know, like, yeah, like their sexual hang-ups or whatever. Like, someone who wears that as a fucking t-shirt, right? It's your problem that you are reflexively weirded out by this, because of what you know about the history of the gay movement and the reality of people who are gay, who are trans, who are lesbian. That's your problem, Goyim. Dude, transgender is just politicized autogynephilia fetish. That's what it is. It's the politicization of mentally ill people who have a fetish for imagining themselves as a woman. That's what it is. It's absolutely psychotic. It would be like if they politicized, like, I don't know, pick any kink at all. Whatever, hey, viewer at home, listener at home, whatever your personal, that I want you to share in the comments, okay, whatever your kink is, imagine if, like, there was a whole, like, violent street terror movement based around, like, attacking people who don't see eye to eye with it, right? Like, what the genderqueer Antifa, like, anarchist psychos are doing in the streets, like, right now in Portland and Seattle and other places, okay? Like, to put it into context, I guess, just how ridiculous this whole fucking thing is. Like, that, like, oh, pissophobes, like, let's say you're, you know, someone likes pee drinking or something, and, like, understandably there's a large portion of the population that's weirded out by that. Oh, you beat up pissophobes, like peophobes, urinophobes. It's like, no, people are just rationally weirded out by that because that's not their thing, because they didn't get peed on when they were like 5. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Community. This is a month so that we can take action. We can show that we are actively working to make the world a safer, kinder, and better place
Disgusting.
for all members of the LGBTQ+ community. Black and brown trans women are the ones who made our rights possible. If you are questioning, if you are unsure of your gender identity, your sexual orientation, you are welcome here. My friend.
Okay, so this person either was exposed to weird pornography at a way early age, okay, or got abused. This isn't your job. Your job is to teach vowels and long division, right? Does she genuinely speak like this? Yeah, I'm pretty sure she worked on, like, an affectation for a really, 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 really long time. Or, again, just, like, partied too hard and did a bunch of drugs in the woods and is brain damaged. Okay, yeah, I already went over this. But yeah, love is love, love is love, love is love. Just repeat psycho shit over and over again. This is what is being used to hammer home the idea into your head that pedophilia is okay. That's the next step, obviously. Whew, this is just absolute fucking crazy. Wait, I already watched this. I think did I go over all of it? Oh, yeah. Oh, I see. Okay, here's really bizarre. Okay, you see this like problem rainbow crap. You know to run away. You know to take your kids out of school where this stuff is. Yeah, you see any of this? Look at this. Dude, we used to know to stay away from people like this. We used to tell little kids, like, no, you see someone like this, you call dad, mommy, and daddy, right? Like, don't accept candy from strangers that look like this, basically. Okay. Yeah, we already looked at all this. I just had multiple tabs open. Wow. So yeah, if you enjoyed this, upvote the video and gives me money. These requests brought to you always by the illustrious Diendu. But yeah, hit up my subscribe star link tree in description. Follow me on Odyssey because and BitChute and Telegram, Minds, Gab, all that crap, because YouTube is asshole. But yeah, share this video with your friends too. Durst out.